moving on to our last topic here. Just a quick one. We're obligated to talk about it. It is Thursday. It's the first game of the season, the first NFL game of the season. The Detroit Lions expectations are here. This is probably the most anticipated game that I can remember in my Lions lifetime, just because obviously we haven't had playoff games or anything like that, or any big games with implications on the line in a really, really long time. And the fact that we get to go into Arrowhead on their ring night against, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, and Patrick Mahomes, down a couple weapons maybe on both sides of the ball. How are you feeling about this game? Because I'm feeling pretty confident, and that scares me that I'm feeling confident.
So I think it's a can't lose spot for Detroit. Obviously, they can lose, but if they lose, I don't think they lose because you're playing the Super Bowl champs. You're playing Pat Mahomes in Arrowhead, is what it is. Like, what are you going to do? Beat the best team in football and the best player in football on night one and the biggest night of the year? No, like probably not. If we do, I'm a little fearful for how much excitement there's going to be. Like I'm going to be leading the train, but I'm a little scared about what the hype could look like if they win. So in a weird way, I would almost be comforted by, okay, we're 0-1. We still got work to do.
Yeah, I always do this thing, and it's good for me as a Lions fan because I've been a lifelong Lions fan. The Lions affect me in ways that are damaging to my mental health. I never let my hopes get up with this team. And if they get this win, the hype train's going to be off the chart. Hype train's already rolling. If they get this win, it's going to be to astronomical levels. And I don't know if I can take that because the letdown off of that and a failure of a season off of that would have me on the breaking point.
With that said, I think the Lions win this game.
Do you have a Lions money line ticket placed?
Not yet, but I'm going to. Money line is definitely the play, to be clear. Like if you're looking for betting value, you're getting the hungry team that still feels they have shit to prove, that every NFL expert actually believes is like a top 6 team in the NFL.
That's fully healthy.
That's fully healthy against the banged up team that's probably still hungover from the Super Bowl. That's like, oh, we're playing the Lions. Who cares? Yeah, give me plus money on that. Like, I know we're going into a tough road environment, but I think the Lions are legit. I liked everything they did this offseason. I criticized the Jahmyr Gibbs thing because I didn't think they needed to take him that early. Now that the season's here, I'm ecstatic we have a rookie star hybrid running back receiver to play with. So most importantly, though, like, I was wrong when I criticized Dan Campbell's corniness. That's the big thing. And nobody heard me do it because I just said this to you like privately 2 years ago. But I just wasn't buying him as a shtick. I thought he was a shtick guy. I couldn't have been more wrong. He's not a shtick. He is like a heartbeat that this city has desperately needed and that this franchise has just straight up never had. So everyone's bought in. I'm bought in. If they lose this game, I'm not devastated. I'll be like bummed because I think it's a big opportunity. But if they lose this game, frankly, I think it could be better for their prospects as they turn around to week 2. If they win this game, you can't tell me shit. We've run the NFL. If we're 1-0, we beat the Chiefs. Like, come on. They say you don't get the throne until you take the throne. We're taking the throne. If we march into Arrowhead, get a win on night 1, only team with a victory, wake up on a Friday and nobody else has a victory but you and I?
Oh, God. Hey, God forbid we wake up God forbid we have an episode of Riley Fridays and we're 1-0. While Riley's team has Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
My biggest fear, genuinely, though, is that I don't have a Lions jersey of any player on this team yet.
You got to make that move. I got a Penei Sewell jersey.
Are you going to say you look like Penei Sewell?
No.
You kind of look like Penei Sewell.
I just love Penei Sewell.
Okay. I thought based on our topic from yesterday, you could claim Penei Sewell if you wanted to. I guess you don't want to.
No, not at all. But I'm glad we got that Lions topic off. It's going to be a real big game tonight. I will be at a very high or low spot tomorrow morning, depending on the outcome of that game. That's just is what it is. But we got to wrap up here. We have other.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have a quick question. Also, my heart stop disappeared, so we can spend 3 more minutes than we need to. But good job on the efficiency of this episode. You did great. I have a quick question though. If you could assign championships to teams of yours, I've seen this on Twitter before. Like you get to pick how many championships any teams you want win. You get 5 to divvy up for the rest of your life. where are those 5 championships going? Because I feel like you're a Lions fan first and foremost.
Yeah, one of them is going to the Lions just because of the pain. One of them is going to the Lions. I get 5 of them.
Only one? I would think if you get 5, like 3 are going to Detroit. Like you want like a three-peat.
No, I would give 2 to Detroit, to Detroit, 2 to the Lions, 1 Michigan State football, 1 Michigan State basketball, 1 Pistons.
Okay. Okay.
I might take 1 from the Pistons and go 3P Detroit Lions.
Say
That'd be amazing.
I just need 1 Lions Super Bowl in my life. I need 1 Lions Super Bowl. I need a Tigers World Series. Oddly, the one I care least about is Pistons, even though that's the team I probably am most passionate about. But like, at least I know I've already seen that, you know?
Yeah, that's true. We've seen one.
So I would go 2 Michigan basketball, 1 Michigan State football. Although I'd prefer it happens when Mel's not here. I don't want him rewarded, honestly.
That's crazy.
I don't like the guy, man. If I could go back in time to D'Antonio era and give Mark one, I would. That would be my first if I could. 2 Michigan basketball, 1 Michigan State football, 1 Lions, 1 Tigers. There we go.
No Michigan State basketball?
No.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
No, no Michigan football for the record either, for those counting at home. We're not a math podcast, but I know there's a lot of people critiquing our math these days. Also, if I could get up to 100 titles, I'd give 95 to Carlos Alcaraz. I want to see him win every single championship, every major for the next 25 years. I want to go to Carlitos.
So who holds the record for most majors in tennis?
God, it's horrible. I don't know this immediately. I believe the answer is Novak. He overtook Federer and Nadal recently.
Okay, and that's probably, and he had like probably what, somewhere in the 40s, 30s.
I don't know the exact number, to be honest. Should we research that? Should we?
Can we get that up real quick, because
stats and research department?
Because Alcaraz probably, I don't know, I'm not sure how many he has, but he definitely has more than those guys had probably at 19.
Novak has 23 major titles.
23,
which seems low, honestly. Federer has 20. I think Nadal has 22. Yeah, so Novak just took it from Nadal.
Doesn't Carlos already have like 5?
No, he has 2, I believe.
Oh, does he only have 2?
Yeah, 2 major titles, U.S. Open and Wimbledon. Although we could see, if he wins this U.S. Open, we could see like a flurry of Alcaraz just doesn't lose the U.S. Open for like 20 years. I also have a theory that I think Carlos loves America. And I think like he's a pretty like happy-go-lucky guy. Like even when he loses, he's just pure happiness. But I saw a little spark in his eye last night after he beat Zverev and they were interviewing him. They're like, you pretty much can't lose here, right? Like and he kind of looked around for a second. I think he saw a couple celebrities. He might have saw 1 or 2 women sitting there in America, and he had a little twinkle and he was like, I really love it here. I was like, that's my guy, Carlitos. But no, he's gonna catch. Like he has 20 years. He needs to win 1 major a year to catch Novak over the rest of his career.
So one of those semis. So we get Carlos and Medvedev tomorrow night.
Carlos and Medvedev. I don't know when it is. DraftKings was lying to me. The women play tonight. I don't know if the men also play tonight. It was listed the same date, but that feels wrong to me.
The women's final is Saturday, I know that, and the men's is Sunday.
Men are Friday afternoon. Women are tonight in prime time.
Got that.
So
yeah, okay. All right. Well, I'll have to tap into that. But that's all the topics I got for today, G.
Great takeover.
Yeah, I try my best. It's not necessarily my game, but either shooting 3-pointers, but you can always catch me shooting them. Move on to our one big thing presented by Big B today. Big B, it's what runs through me. Pause. Greg, what is your one big thing for today?